Welcome to Retro Bassin. As I think about the last 5 years with this little YouTube channel that we have, there's a few things that I feel pretty lucky for. One of which is it's afforded us the opportunity to rub shoulders with some of the fishing heroes of my childhood. I don't claim to have Roland or Hank on speed dial, but it has certainly been cool to bump into those folks and other folks like that at some of the various tackle shows and industry shows that we've been a part of. Well, one such person that I was able to connect with through this channel was a gentleman by the name of Ken Kerry. Ken owns a company called Script to Screen, but you might better know him as the host to the Banjo Minnow infomercial. Back when Wayne Hochmeyer first invented the Banjo Minnow, he was looking for a spokesperson, and he found that in Ken Kerry. As a result of that connection, we did a couple of pretty cool things on the channel related to the Banjo Minnow. First off, we did a great history of the Banjo Minnow, and I was able to get a lot of great footage thanks to Ken to include in that video. We also did a little fishing trip with these two bassin buds, and while Caroline had a little bit of a slow day with the banjo, Waylon caught his PB on it, which you'll see in the intro for this video. And lastly, we actually got all the footage for the original Banjo Minnow infomercial from Ken, and we included that in this channel, high res and uncut. Another thing that I'm thankful for is to share the experiences with these two little guys, and you might have noticed they've been a little bit more a part of the channel as they get more into fishing and collecting fishing lures. Well, I was talking with my bassin bud Ken Kerry recently, and he asked how the banjo fishing was doing. I said actually our supply had dwindled a little bit, and he brought up that he was going to send a care pack for these two, which he did. So this is what we've got straight from Ken Kerry in California, and this is a little Banjo Minnow care pack. Not sure what's in here, so we're going to open it up for the cameras, and then hopefully in the next couple weeks we're going to get these two back on the water, do a little banjo fishing. Maybe Waylon can upgrade, and maybe Caroline can get on the board.
Retro bassin, kicking some ass and wearing rayon jackets. Thinking about Bill Dance, watching these fish prance through my Ray-Ban glasses. Ain't nothing better than 40-year-old lures coming off of Zepco 33. Out on the bass boat, making beer cans float, doing some trespassing. Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin.
All right, so
Okay. What's in there?
what's that?
What's in there?
What's in there? I don't know. Let's see. What do you think?
Maybe some lures?
So here, well, here's a question. So before we get into the package, so thinking about our first Banjo Minnow day. So Carolyn, you had a little bit of a slow day, but you were fishing pretty hard with it, right?
Yeah. I caught a big bass.
And Waylon, you did catch a big bass. So tell me about how did that happen?
So, we were fishing the Banjo Minnow, and then he got struck super hard, and it's my biggest bass to this day.
It was your big. Now that being said, just like a very nice little brother, he actually did offer to hand the rod off to Caroline.
Yes.
Ultimately, we decided that was probably going to result in a lost fish. So you did that, and that was right by the boat ramp, like last cast of the day, and that was a honey of a fish.
It was.
All right, well, let's get into it. Open this thing up and see what we have from the Banjo Minnow folks. By the way, before we get into this, I will drop all the links for the Banjo Minnow in the video description. We are not sponsored by Banjo Minnow, but they're definitely considered friends of the Retro Bassin channel. Ooh, what do you think we got?
Maybe some Banjo Minnow baits?
There could be some Banjo Minnow baits in here. That's probably a pretty good guess. Ooh, all right. Well,
Old school
so
gold.
that's for Waylon.
Thanks.
All right, so first, look at this. We have a very nice Banjo Minnow hat. I'll get that bad boy in focus. Ooh, that is a good looking hat, actually.
Wow, that's a nice color.
It is a nice color. And that one looks like that might be a very Caroline-esque color. What do you think, Caroline?
Yeah.
All right, you want to put it on?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, this is a goodie. So let's see. So that is a pretty sweet Banjo Minnow hat for you. There you go. All right, well, Caroline got a little Banjo Minnow hat. It looks like, oh, there's some more Banjo Minnow action here. So I'll get this guy in focus. Another Banjo Minnow hat. This one in a
nice
camo.
Camo.
Ooh, that's old school. Maybe swap out the old frogging hat. Let's see what you think of that.
Ooh, that's like a nice fit.
Nice, sweet. All right, well, thank you, Ken, for those two. And then it looks like you've also got some Banjo Minnow shirts.
Some shirts? I
see a small and a medium. So you guys can figure it out. So the first one, what do we have here? It says Banjo Minnow on the front. And then the back.
Banjo Minnow.
Look at that, Caroline.
Whoa, that's cool.
Nice! And secondly, we have yet another Banjo Minnow shirt.
Whoa, that's a good green.
With the old school. By the way, I love this this logo. In fact, I'm actually talking to Ken. You might have noticed we have a new line of retro bass and hats, sort of with different techniques. And I think I kind of think we need a Banjo Minnow hat from the old retro bass store. What do you think? But two very cool shirts. We'll let you guys fight over those. Ooh,
some stickers.
Some Banjo Minnow stickers, which I think Dad might steal because we've got a lot of stickers actually on the old retro wagon of the different old school lures, and we'll probably have to find a spot for this. So those are actually really sweet.
Wow.
And, oh, look at this. What? Everybody gets their own, if I can get them out of here, kit of Banjo Minnows.
What? No way.
Oh, man.
Whoa!
So it looks like this is, and what's so cool about the Banjo Minnow kit, so they definitely have upgraded from the old school version. We've actually got an old one somewhere. Let's see, where is it? Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So here's the OG Banjo Minnow kit with Babe Winkleman on here, who I missed at ICAST this year. But this thing, once you opened it, notice it was kind of a mess. You were kind of stuck with a bunch of loose banjos and really no way to organize them after you first open the package. This is actually super cool. So it's a Ziploc bag, which is resealable, and in it has all the banjo stuff.
Whoa!
So the first thing you've got is
some hooks.
terminal tackle here, which is pretty cool.
That's a nice one.
We've got some banjos in a, I think this is sort of a, does it say the color on there?
Yeah.
That's sort of a salt and pepper shad right there.
Okay.
Ooh, this is my favorite. This is the green pumpkin shad color.
Need to fish with that.
That's a goodie. Ah, nice silver shad color here. There we go. And then last,
that's a good color.
this is actually my favorite. Yeah, sort of a yellow.
I like
And
that.
what's cool about this, these are also resealable, and you have a variety of different size Banjo Minnows.
Wow.
So Bass and Buds, well, that's pretty cool. So we got a ton of
awesome.
Bass and Bud Banjo Minnow gear. We got some hats, and we got enough kits that I think we should be able to do a little banjo fishing real soon.
Definitely.
Well, Ken, thanks again for sending that, buddy. We really appreciate you over here at the Retro Bassin channel. And stay tuned. We're definitely doing some Banjo Minnow fishing coming up, and hopefully, in the not too distant future, Ken and I are going to hook up in person and work on maybe a new Banjo Minnow infomercial, because I think he needs to kind of update the old photo reel. I saw him down in Miami with Monster Mike, so maybe we can get a little Retro Bass in action with Ken. Well, thanks for tuning in, and if you guys are looking for some more old school content, you can click right here. Otherwise, we'll see you right back here, same time, same place. And until then, keep that carpet side up. And definitely
Fish it old school.
Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin.